start recording. Yeah, thank you. Okay. So today we are talking about the ergonomics, about the machines and machine guarding as well. Okay. With this picture, we can understand what are the problems we can get. If you see these ergonomics of machine guarding, in this picture, what you're able to find out, what you're understanding from this picture.
Postures, bad posture and good posture during the workstation.
Bad postures and good postures posture during the work hours. For example, if you see the left side image, it is not a good posture or good sitting posture. The person has to work. So that what will happen if you are sitting in this position, automatically whichever the highlighted areas in red color, there you will start getting pain. So that you will not be going to perform effectively. What will happen after some time, you may get pain. Then you have started escaping from the work. Over a period of time, you are not taking care properly. So it may lead to irreversible damage as well. Some of the people, they used to say, too much back pain, or if they say too much neck pain due to I'm keep on seeing in the sitting in front of the system. My work is completely with the computer, so I'm getting this neck pain. It is not about the work, it is about the posture, the way they are sitting and the way they are working. If it's the right side, here in the neck area, you should maintain the 90 degree, and also with the elbow, he has taken a support. So that what will happen? The elbow will be rest on it. Otherwise, what will happen? Total weight will be come on here. You are going to balance with this joint, your weight, so that you get pain. Again, this backbone. If you are not sitting it properly, again there will be a chance of getting pain. Again, the knees, it should be also in a 90 degree, so that you will not get into effect with this ergonomical problems. Now we'll see some more examples. Yeah, ergonomics means what? Any idea? What is mean by ergonomics? What is mean by ergonomics?
Physical comfort of a human during the working hours.
Physical
Postures or physical comfort.
Physical comfort of the person to perform the activity. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Any other definition?
Sir.
Vijay, చెప్పండి.
ఒక వర్కర్ ఒక ఎక్విప్మెంట్ లోని ఒక వర్కింగ్ ఏరియాలోని వర్క్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు అదే ఏదైతే ఎక్విప్మెంట్ వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారో దాని చుట్టూ ఉండే ఐ మీన్ ఆ ఎక్విప్మెంట్ డీల్ చేసేది ఎర్గానమిక్స్ సార్ అది.
Okay, fine. Any other definitions from participants? మీకు తెలిసింది చెప్పండి, నో ప్రాబ్లం. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ రైట్ ఆర్ రాంగ్, నథింగ్ మ్యాటర్. మీకు తెలిసింది చెప్పండి. మళ్ళీ చెప్పరా? ఇనిషియల్లీ వీఆర్ గెటింగ్ సమ్ డిస్టర్బెన్స్.
అంటే లైక్ మనం పనిచేస్తున్న వర్క్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ ద్వారా మనకు కలిగే దాన్ని ఎర్గోనామిక్స్ అంటారు.
ఓకే, ఓకే, ఫైన్.
The relationship between pupil and working environment, like called as ergonomics. Like
okay. Any example you can? Okay, Faisal. Thank you so much who have given answers. Yeah. Now we'll see what is mean by ergonomics. Ergonomics is the study, measurement, and organization of work to consider human factors. What is you mean by human factors? Height may be a factor, body may be a factor, and his age may be a factor, and his physical condition may be a factor, and his vision may be a factor, and his capacity may be a factor. So all these different factors we will consider and will make the design. It studies anatomy and anthropometry, biomechanics, and the physiology as usual science. It anatomy, anthropometry, and biomechanics and manamu further slides lo I'll give a detailed explanation. The focus of study in the operation of interacting with the engineering environment. The study is completely focusing on interacting with engineering environment. The designer should consider complexity arising from the human nature and his limitations, because every humans have some limitations. We cannot do all the machines do, because every human have limitation. For example, only they can lift maximum 100 kg. Average person, if you see maximum, they can lift only 40 kg of the people, and they will be having only average height of 5'6" or 5'7" or 5'8" average height, and they cannot work more than 8 hours average number of people. And if you see average of the people, they can able to withhold the pressure or temperature. Only 50% of people only can manage, 50% of people only can sustain at particular temperatures or at particular work areas. So they will take the limitations of the people as well at the designing of a workplace. And to consider design aspect of work systems, workspace, environment, interfaces, and the workstations. While considering design aspect of work, they will consider systems, workspace, and also they will see the environment and the interfaces of the workstation. These are the equipments. If we see here the point of operation, no, once again, somebody is telling that internet is voice is not clear. No, it is problem with everybody or only Ravi Shankar is having? Can you please respond? Andarki problem unda voice clarity?
It's clear.
It's clear, sir.
Okay.
It's clear,
Ravi
sir.
Shankar, Ravi Shankar, can you please rejoin again so that we'll check? Yeah, thank you. Okay. If you see the sum of the machine here, every machine will have an ergonomical issues. Maybe some of the machines it doesn't have any sitting position to do it. Some of the machines we may load manually by heavy weights, or some of the machines which may give a maximum man movement. These are the two-hand push button controls. This is one of the safety factor. Any these kind of punching machines, what will happen? Initially, it is having only one push button, and with the other hand, he used to load the machine. Later on, they change it to two-hand push button, because even this condition also, our great scientists and our senior people, they will use to bypass one switch for the making productivity. अभी दो हाथ से मारेगा तो टाइम ज्यादा हो रहा है, एक हाथ से ऑपरेट करेगा, दूसरा हाथ से रॉ मटेरियल मशीन को देता रहेगा. But it is wrong. We should not accept such kind of shortcuts or making safety things bypass, because it leads to major accidents. This is adjustable bars. What will happen? It will have an adjustable bars for the machine. Whatever the size and the shape of the material you are feeding here, the bars will be adjusting based on the shape of the object. These are the foot pedal guards for the operation. Some of the, even if you see now stitching machines, most of the stitching machines, they are coming with this foot pedal guards, so that if they press the foot pedal, automatically the stitching machine motor will run. They can able to stitch the cloth. Okay. Those are some examples. Those examples will be used for our future, further slides. The ergonomics is a useful tool for the fitting the work to people, not people to the work. If you say in a single line answer, ergonomic means fitting the work to the people, not people to the work. Okay, जो भी काम मिलेगा वो काम कर ले. It is not like that. They have to give a specific task, and the task should be can be able to performed by the operator. For example, one person has to carry the load. He is a daily labor. His work will be load, unload the vehicles. Whatever the load comes on the trucks, he has to unload. Initially, they have given only 10 kg packets. The production has increased. Demand is, customer is asking, no, I don't want to 10 kg. I need 20 kg. Okay, agreed. The person is able to manage with 20 kg as well. And he's loading. After 6 months, again, they got a very good response from the customer. Why can't he, customer is asking, why can't you make it 50 kg? So that we can reduce the plastic generation as well. We can reduce the packing cost as well. Then started packing 50 kg packet. But still only he is doing manual material handling. He is not, the employer not introduced any kind of mechanical handling from 10 kg to 15 kg. What will happen automatically? Whatever the work the person is doing, it is not fitting to him, because he is capable to lift maximum 30 kg for 8 hours or 4 hours. So, but we are doubling the weight. The work, it is not fitting. So that what will happen? He will get into strain. He cannot able to perform with the full efficiency, because his capacity only 30 kg. Now he is able to, he is lifting at 50 kg. So that his efficiency will come down. He may trying to take shortcuts, or he may get into injury, and he may get the strain. So ergo means work, and norms means a habit of law, which means ergo means work, norms means habit, which means we have to make a habit. Thus ergonomics is for the purpose of solving the problems of work habits. It requires designing of proper workspace. Whatever the problems of work habits are there, whatever the problems in the workspace, that need to be corrected by proper designing of workspace. I can give you one more example. There is one operator, he is operating the machine, and he got a repair, or he need to feed the machine with the raw material, but the raw material is kept another 10 meters away from the machine. What will happen? He will keep on walking in between the machine and the raw material storage, machine and the raw material storage. Due to that, what will happen? His completely energy is wasted due to this walking distance. So that what will happen is energy is consumed by the unwanted works. If you are able to shift this raw material storage, or you're keeping any extra stand near to the machine and keeping the all the raw material for the shift there, then he will not use, or he will not spend the excess energy which is not required or not value added activity, so that he can able to perform the activity with full efficiency, and the production also will be increased, and the quality also will be increased. When the humans will be getting to taking shortcuts and unsafe actions, if the people are not trained, if the people are forced by the supervisors due to the work pressure, and third case, if the people are exhausted with the work, अरे यार सुबह से यही काम कर रहा है, कुछ मतलब नहीं बन रहा है, इधर इधर घूमो घूमो, nothing is happening. At that time, the people may tends to take shortcuts. So these kind of issues we can reduce, or we can eliminate by the proper workspace design. It is not about only solving of workspace design. One second, guys. ఒకసారి ఆ కుక్కలను కొట్టేసిరా పార్వతి. Sorry guys. Yeah. We have so many street dogs here. Yeah. It is requires only a designing of proper workspace and also working posture. We have seen the initial image. the posture in the sense the way he is working. Maybe some activities they may do in a standing position, and some activities they may do in sitting position, and some activities they may do a semi sitting position as well. So based on the work posture and the movement, the physical movement of the people, also we can reduce the problem. Then reach in the sense raw material. If the raw material storage rack is above your shoulder, you are not able to reach properly. Every time for you it will be a problem. So the reach also is a problem, that also we need to design properly. Reach in the sense, if you are keeping raw material at 10 meters distance, or you are not putting all the tools close to the machine, or you are not keeping any controls close to the machine, then what will happen? Every time the operator has to spend his energy on unnecessary movements. Then the seat should be comfortable to sit in properly, and controls. Then knobs and brake, display, communication, skills, and the work intensity, sufficient time for rest, and good environment, clear understanding, and providing platforms or lift tables, carts, transport ways, and proper storage rack, and buffer stocks, and good lighting, ventilation, and housekeeping, proper guards, and good welfare facilities. If you are able to design all these things properly, so that we can able to reduce the workplace habits or workplace ergonomical issues. One is proper workspace we have to design. It should be properly designed. It should not be congested. Then proper work posture, we have to train them. Then reach, seat, control, communications, good lighting. If there is no lighting, again, it will be a problem. Then they should have some buffer stock, in the sense they should keep some stock for the further processing or further following the shift. Then the proper storage racks, it should be easy to reach. You should not dive into the tools or dive into the any containers to take the raw material. And we should take the lift tables, and we'll take the carts. Hello. And we should provide the proper ventilation and housekeeping as well. With this, we can able to solve these ergonomical problems. Those ergonomic principles includes comfortable posture, balanced and easy motions, adequate rest, and enough variety. As a science, ergonomic studies anatomy, physiology, and psychology. Anatomy includes anthropometry and biomechanics. The anthropometry, the measurement of man, provides the dimensional data needed for the positioning of controls and the size of the workspace. Anthropometry, it takes the measurement of man, which means they will take the average man height and their physical dimensions. So they will position the controls. For example, you're keeping a big panel, you're keeping control at 6 feet height, but it is not an average height of an Indian humans. So based on this, they will take an average height of the people, they will design the controls, and also size of the workspace. Whatever the size you are keeping, there they will design for the average human dimensions. Then, for example, eye height or shoulder height or elbow height. These are the some dimensional data they will take to design a workspace. Biomechanics is considered with the application of forces by human body. This requires knowledge of locations of the main muscle groups and their composition and their mode of action. This will be designed for any assembly units, any engine assembly or any kind of assembly processing units. There they will consider which are the forces by the human body, what kind of muscles which is involving in that activity, what kind of body part which is involving in that activity to perform and to finish that particular activity. Somebody is asking what is meant by knob. Knob అంటే ఏం లేదండి, జస్ట్ బటన్. నాబ్ అంటే ఏం లేదు, బటన్. అది ఏదైనా బటన్స్ ని మనం నాబ్ అంటారు. ఎనీ ఆపరేషనల్ కంట్రోల్ బటన్ కానీ ఎమర్జెన్సీ బటన్ కానీ వాటన్నిటిని కూడా నాబ్ అని కూడా అంటారు. Physiology includes work physiology and environmental psychology. The work physiology is concerned with the human process of energy production and considers the human efficiency, oxygen intake capacity. The physiology includes the human process of energy production and considers the human efficiency, how efficiently a person can work for 8 hours, and also they will take the oxygen intake capacity of the person. The environmental physiology provides means of stress, standards, reasonable parameters of climate, light, noise, vibration, etc. If it is relates to environment, the measure the stress and the standards of reasonable parameters of climate, how much light we are providing and how much noise which is generating, what is the vibration which is generating on the machines. Their effects on human behavior as studied. These environmental physiologies, how it is affecting the human behavior. If it is more sound, for example, in the festivals time we used to use the more DJ, so that somebody enjoys it, but somebody they will treat as a noise. What will happen? It will get, they may disrupt. Now we'll see some of the aims of ergonomics. Why these ergonomics? Why it is designed for? What is the main aim? What it's going to do? To facilitate whatever a person wishes to do and to ensure that he does it comfortably and efficiently. Which means whatever the activity which you have assigned to a person, he should do this without any issue. He has to done this work comfortably and efficiently. Which means for 8 hours we have assigned a work to a particular operator. He has to do that work comfortably. He should not take more stress. He should not take more. He should not consume or he should not utilize his energy to perform that activity. He should able to complete that activity comfortably and efficiently. The efficiency includes the effective work without detrimental health effects and the minimization of risk to the operators and others. Which means you should not getting into any health effects. If you see in the first posture, what will happen if he is keep on continuing work in that posture, he may get into a problem. Either he may get into a neck problem, either he may tell you that my elbows are getting pain or I'm getting back pain due to the continuous sitting posture. Such kind of pains it may get. And the minimization of risk to the operators and others. The efficiency includes detrimental health effects and also minimization of risk to the operators and others. And the other aim is the working conditions, plant infrastructure should be so designed that they are best fitting to the workers. The work means whatever the activity you have assigned. We used to always say that right people for the right job. I cannot give you a 30 kg or 40 kg lifting activity to a 60 or 55 age person. So he is not capable to do it. So we have to select the people for the activity which they can able to perform effectively and efficiently. And also working conditions. What kind of working conditions? Maybe some of the working conditions it may high humid, some of the working conditions it may hot, some of the working conditions it may be very cold, but some of the conditions there they should be always used with the breathing air. but everybody cannot use that complete continuous breathing air to perform the activity. So based on the performance, people, there we have to design the working conditions, plant and infrastructure. How the plant is designed for easy access, escape, or reaching of controls in case of any emergency, and also infrastructure. Whatever the infrastructure you are providing, for example, drinking water, for taking a rest, you should have some position. At the time of operating the machine, all the tools, controls, and raw material storage, PPEs, everything should be close to the operator or operating panel, so that he can able to access the standing position without any unnecessary spending of his energy, and should be designed they are the best fitting to the workers. In such a way, we have to design the operator should not use his excess energy for unnecessary movements. The purpose is not fit a worker to any awkward, unsafe, unhealthy, or uncomfortable work, which means it is not the purpose of ergonomics to fit the worker to any awkward position or unsafe position, unhealthy position, or uncomfortable work. But the purpose is to design or provide a working conditions comfortable to the workers. The main purpose is to make a workspace design in such a way that the people can be able to work properly, safely, and comfortably. To minimize the possibility of human errors or mistake, this is also one of the purpose, to minimize the possibility of human errors, and to ensure industrial activities with the minimal use of energy and materials waste resulting from the mistake. Which means if you are designing it properly, you are positioned all the controls properly with the proper identification and easy access, so that we can minimize the errors or mistakes. Or displayed your SOP close to the machine, or in other case you have displayed your SOP, or you're putting your SOP in somewhere from the workspace, or somewhere from the machine. So always he need to go there, read the SOP or instruction, he has to come and perform the work, so that in between he may take a chance, or in between he may miss some of the steps which may leads to or quality issues or safety issues. And to ensure industrial activities with the minimal use of energy and materials and without waste resulting from the mistake. And also to ensure the industrial activities to minimize the waste from the mistake. If you done a mistake, it should not be directly going to as a waste. So in such a way that we have to design workspace. To develop knowledge and techniques by a combined use of many expertise and a system approach. How they will design and how they will develop knowledge and techniques by combined use of many expertise, because everybody will take some help of consultants who knows about this ergonomic design. From there, we'll take the help and make a proper design of workspace. Then to solve human problems of work performance by considering human factors in the design of machines and the work, safe job methods, which are explained in the following. Which means to solve the human problems, whatever the problems the people are facing, based on that they will design the machines. For example, if you see the cars, so many changes has been made, so many features has been added. Initially, if we say an example, we have an Maruti 800, then it comes to the Zen, then it comes to the Shift, it comes to the different models. SUVs have came, so that all the designs they have made in such a way that it can increase the comfort of the driver, and also it will increase the safety of the people who is driving the vehicle, so that based on the expertise level they will take the human factors considerations and they will design. The human factors in design of mission and work will be the technology has changed the people ways of working, but the people are not changed much, which means the technology has changed, the people ways of work, people are not changed much. We are changing so many technologies, but still the people are same. Many times the people do not adopt physically and mentally. Happen always we used to get, I think many of you, if you are working already, many of you people faced this kind of situation. अरे यार हम लोग बहुत साल से काम कर रहे हैं, ये मालूम है हमको क्या करना है, अभी ये नया मशीन लेके आया उसको हम लोग काम नहीं कर पाएगा, ये नहीं कर पाएगा, ये కన్వెన్షనల్లీ మెథడ్ अच्छा है. ఆల్వేస్ మనకు చెప్తుంటారు, సార్ 20 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి ఇదే మిషన్ మీద పని చేస్తున్నాను సార్, నాకేం కాదు, ఇప్పుడు వచ్చి మీరు కొత్తగా సేఫ్టీ చెప్తున్నారు మాకు. సో దట్ ఏంటంటే ఎంత టెక్నాలజీ వచ్చినా ఎంత చేంజెస్ జరిగినా స్టిల్ ద పీపుల్ ఆర్ సేమ్. దే విల్ నాట్ కన్సిడర్, దే విల్ నాట్ అడాప్ట్ ఫిజికల్లీ అండ్ మెంటల్లీ. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కొత్తగా ఎవరైనా వచ్చారనుకోండి కంపెనీలోకి, వాళ్ళందరినీ టెస్ట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. ఓకే వీడికి ఏమొచ్చు, వీడికి ఎంత ఉంది నాలెడ్జ్, వీడికి ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చాడు, అందరూ టెస్ట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. కొన్ని రోజుల తర్వాత దే విల్ ట్రై టు అడ్జస్ట్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ హౌ యు ఆర్ రియాక్టింగ్ విత్ ద పీపుల్. In similar way, if technology increases also, still the people are not changing. A tendency of modern work methods, this generates a negative reaction, which also indicate human factors to be considered by the ergonomist while designing work and missions. The tendency of the people also need to be considered while designing of missions. Who needs to consider? The ergonomist needs to consider while designing work and the missions. If you see some of the factors, one is increased stress. That is also one of the factor we need to consider while designing a mission or workspace. Then uninterested, some of the people they're not interested. That is also one of the factor. Errors and accidents, those errors and accidents also we need to consider. In case of with ergonomic design, we can avoid those errors. And work related diseases like occupational which is leads to or which is happened due to occupational exposure, then acquired body position and causing difficulty, which means the position they are working, it is acquired, which is not a safe position to perform the activity. This is also one of the factors we need to consider while they designing a mission or a workspace. And the repetitive task producing boredom and tiredness, which means a repetitive task. Initially, before this pneumatic wrenches have happened, before and all they used to tie it manually. That is a repetitive activity. If you see an assembly line, one person he can do only nut bolt fitting. He is by 8 hours he will do the same activity. It is a repetitive activity for him. Those kind of repetitive activities also we have to consider. How many times he is doing for 8 hours, how many parts he is going to assemble, how many nuts and bolts are he tightening, at what time he is doing, the torque he is applying, the energy is applying. That and all we need to consider. Then repeated confusing signals causing human errors in hurry. Confusing signals, whatever the signals the machine is giving or the indications it is giving, that also need to be considered. Bend or awkward posture while handling heavy materials and causing back pain. And also we have to consider what is the maximum weight of our products or weight of our raw materials the people has been handled by manually. And perceptual limitations, somebody thinks that always they will be using array both boring kame, then they will say that always they are presuming that this work is very hard. So such a kind of perceptions also we have to take. And short-term memory, this is also one of the factor we can consider while designing this workplace and the machines. And incompatibility in man-machine relationship, whether the people, the machine can fit with these people or the technology can fit with these people. Because if you are giving a high-end technology, if the operators are not knowledge or not able to grasp the machine technology, then the incompatibility issue will be there. They are not going to fit. For example, any conventional operator, immediately you are putting into CNC. There he needs to write the program. But in conventional, with a small tip or with a big scale, he will take the dimensions and he will start the machine. So that incompatibility you need to check. Risk or chance taking. This is also one of the factor we have to consider while designing. Is there any chance? Is there any provision? Is there any chance to take the people shortcuts? It may leads to accident. Is there any chance